In Oregon, there was a football coach. Oh, let me ask this question first. I asked this on the radio show. There was a football coach who took his middle school football team, was it middle school? Middle school football team to Hooters after they won a game or won championship or whatever. They went to Hooters, and the football coach was fired once the word got out. Apparently some of the parents didn't know about it, or a lot of the parents didn't know it. They had a fit about it. So the football coach was fired for taking the middle school boys to Hooters. How many believe that the coach should have been fired for going to Hooters with the kids? Oh, I'm surprised. Majority believe that, right? That he should have been fired.
Well, he's supposed to set a good example.
Well, yeah.
His first priority is to build character in these young men.
But how about the idea?
Hooters is there to promote, to me, sexual promiscuity and lusts of the eyes and lusts of the flesh. So I think he's doing a disservice to the young men.
But how about if those boys went to the beach, they're going to see the same thing?
Well, it's not as flagrant.
No,
it's
yes,
not
it is.
commercially. It's not commercially
no,
promoted.
It's worse at the beach.
And I'll tell you, if it is worse,
Sir,
then he shouldn't do it.
It's worse at the beach. You go to the beach, those women don't have on anything. The guys don't either anymore. And kids are seeing that all the time. They have gone beyond bathing suit now. They just put a little string on.
Well, that just shows how
Isn't
heathen our culture is.
No, but I'm saying if they go to the beach, they're going to see even more, because at Hooters, at least you have on short pants, a tight top, and somebody said they wear stockings under their socks. I'm not. Have you ever gone to Hooters?
Sir, I'm not going to be going to Hooters.
Right. So how about the women are a little bit better dressed at Hooters than they are at the beach?
Well, I don't generally go to the beach, and I was at a swimming meet, and I can tell you that the swimsuits were absolutely vulgar.
Yeah.
Absolutely vulgar, and hey, everybody, isn't that neat? No, it's not neat. It's vulgar. And
So what do you
we
say
should
to
be aiming in the gutter. We should be aiming towards the stars.
What do you
towards
say
the
to folks who say, well, they go to the beach and see even worse things, so what's wrong with going to Hooters?
Well, I would say if you're into going in areas where there's temptation for lustful viewing, then you shouldn't go there.
So don't go to the beach either?
Well, if people are that decadent and you don't have to, I would say probably not.
So avoid the beach, okay.
Well, if people are not going to be dressed in a modest way. In fact, Bible tells us to be
We
modest.
don't even know what modest is at the beach anymore.
Well, I know that, but that's one of the problems.
Yeah, I'll come back. Yes, ma'am.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him taking the kids. I don't think there's anything wrong with Hooters. I think maybe it was inappropriate for him to make the decision to take all the kids to Hooters without the parents' permission. Because some of the parents might take their kids to Hooters all the time, might take their kids to the beach, and it's everywhere. But there might be some parents who don't take their kids to those type of activities.
Right.
So I think it was just inappropriate for the coach to step beyond the,
You agree?
permission slip kind of deal and just decide to take a busload of kids there.
I've been to Hooters.
So hold on just a minute. So if all the parents have said yes, it is fine, you can take our boys to Hooters, you thought it'd been fine then?
Well, yeah, because they're the parents.
Oh, okay.
It's not the school to discipline or, even though we may not agree with it, they're the
Right.
parents. And if they all agree to take the kids to Hooters,
Oh, okay.
it's a public place, it's America.
It's a public place, it's America. Okay. I think what people don't realize, it's bad for those boys to go to Hooters, because when Hooters advertises itself, it does it in a sexual way. They don't just say, hey, here's a nice little family restaurant, come on out and have some fries, right? What's drawing, at least for men, what's drawing men there first is the sexual advertisement of it. So the intent to go to Hooters is for that. Now, apparently when you get there, the women are not naked enough for you, so you'll be disappointed, to a point that even the food don't taste right. But, but what happened is there is a, now I may come back next Sunday and change this, but this is the best word I can come up with now. There is a demon involved in sex, an evil demon that's connected to sex too. And if done before the proper time, it corrupts you. It addicts you to it, it corrupts you. Even when you're dating, I remember when I first started dating, the moment I had sex, I became a different kind of a person. I became addicted to the woman. You know, I had to have sex. That's all I started thinking about was sex, right? So, yes, there's if done with the right spirit and the right mind, there's a good side to sex too. You know, like this demon won't take over your life in the manner that he's doing, but most people don't know what that is. So there is an addiction, there is a demon that is involved in sex. Just think about your own relationships, how they change once you have sex. They absolutely change. I personally know women all over, everywhere. You may know somebody too, so I'm not talking about your friend, all right, who deliberately have sex with men in order to addict them and destroy them.
Every woman I've ever
I know women have told me this. They can't help it. And I'm not saying all women are like that, but they can't help it. These particular women who have told me this. They use their sex to destroy men. And so you got these young boys who are not spiritually strong, who are not mentally aware, who is allowed to be put into an environment like that because the intent is about sex. So these boys are going there too with that same intent. They want to look at these women, however they're looking. Spiritually, that's not good for those boys. And if we as children of God, what has happened is the world has made us think and believe there's no big deal to it. They have brainwashed us without us realizing that we have been brainwashed. So the average parent would say, no big deal. Everybody, I go there. I take my kids there. Any parent that take their kids to Hooters is a wicked parent, a blind parent. You're subjecting your own children to a spiritual trauma. It's like you're taking your kids and saying, take the drugs. Hooters is about sex. Now, they're fully dressed or not, they are promoted as sex. And kids, they are not ready for that kind of stuff, mentally or emotionally. Because if you take them there, those boys, especially the boys, because boys get into sex before girls do anyway, right? So they're looking at this image of a sexual female. You don't know the depths of what it's doing to their spirit. And we as parents have a responsibility to protect our children spiritually and physically and financially and all that. But parents, because of the brainwashing, it's no big deal, everybody's doing it, why not? They don't realize they've been brainwashed by the children of the world. They have made things that we knew was wrong before not seem so important anymore. And that's mind-blowing to me. And that's why we're losing. We've been brainwashed, everything. Like, we used to know homosexuality was just absolutely wrong, right? So they changed the word to gay. Gay sounds sweet. And now then they changed it to love. We love one another, they say. And everybody say, yeah, they love one another. And then they changed it to partners. And now everybody partners. We've been brainwashed. The children of God is being brainwashed and don't realize it. And now we're going to have the partners over at our parties, at our dinners and stuff like that. Because look at it. It's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sleeping at your house. We know it's wrong. How can we forget? That's why Hooters didn't seem so bad for a lot of people. Because it's been dumbed down spiritually. Yes, ma'am, real fast. I saw your hand, real fast. They've been dumbed down spiritually.
Then it's not the matter of Hooters. It's the matter of parents. Like as I said, I to be honest, I didn't know that Hooters, that restaurant, is promoted as sexual restaurant, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But the thing
That's
is,
why they have the women with the stuff.
Yeah, but
And they call it, I don't know. I just found out what Hooters meant the other day.
What is it?
I didn't know what it meant.
What does it mean?
I really didn't know it dawned on me. I talked about this on the radio, about Hooters, and we did a thing on the Facebook about it. But I never thought about what Hooters meant. I just heard the name Hooters and knew they had these women with tight clothes, right? And then, so I wondered in my office, I was like, what does Hooter mean? And then it came to me what it meant. I never thought, and you see that? So it's all sexual. You know what it means, right?
No.
You don't know what Hooters mean?
No.
See? Breast.
Whatever. Okay, I understand from the reaction that it's a bad thing.
Right, yeah. Okay, real fast.
But it's the matter of families. I know a couple of people that they take their kids to even worse places.
I know, but that's evil, though. That's my
So-
whole point.
It comes to the conclusion that parents are messed up.
Yes.
It's not the kids.
Absolutely. And
So-
I'm not talking about the kids being messed up, but taking them into that environment is messing them up, too. Because the parents are blind. I blame the parents. I don't blame the kids.
Right.
I blame the parents. And what I'm saying is, I guarantee if you could talk to those parents, most of them will say that they believe in God. They will say, yeah, I believe in God. I go to church. But yet they send their kids off to Hooters because Hooters doesn't seem like a big deal. And a lot of the parents said to me, well, what about the beach? They go to the beach. Just because they go to the beach and we see that the beach is wrong, there's something going on at the beach that shouldn't be happening, it's not an excuse to send them to Hooters. You don't pick out one thing to justify another one. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, well, they go to the beach anyway, so if your kid is drowning and he's almost underwater, you're just going to dump him.
What about the cheerleaders?
You know what I mean? I know, but they're still looking for other excuses. Those things are out of control as well. The cheerleaders are dressing skimpy and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's the parents too, because the parents.
It's all about the parents.
The parents let these little girls dress like that when they're
Christian
cheerleaders.
parents are doing it.